How is it going, viewers? TurboConcept here, and this is the part 5 of Dealership Tycoon. So we're starting at 500 miles. So the part 5 means we are about to start for just 500 miles, and then I'm going for 1,000 in a total, and I got $1 million at the same time because it's actually morning by this time. And we're gonna be stepping in towards to the dealership inside of it, and we just possibly did for a good time. We have already 100% finished for this first dealership, and the next dealership will be another one to move on. So if I'm going to move another dealership, and I personality that I'm going to make things even better for this time. And we got 100% finish for this. Our first one was absolutely like this, and this dealership was pretty intense, not awesome, but anyways. And if I'm going for a first races, it's not gonna be this time, but actually I'm required for a faster cars, but I need for part 6, and the next part 6 will be a racing car drivers. Will turn everything into a race car driver. So without body kits, and let's get right into this vehicle. But so on, I'm not using the Honda NSX, but I'm going to be using the Aston Martin. This is the season 1 of Car Dealership Tycoon. It must be the Dealership Tycoon, must be the change of the season. It was actually season 1, so it requires to unlock the kart 1. It's just like the Super GT just riding for a kart 1. The Miata, just like that the Super GT cannot able to drive. There must be a Formula 4 and McLaren 720 SGT3 that I'm going to actually buy it. And we have the F1 2012, the Ferrari F2012, which is pretty blocky, and it was absolutely ugly as well because I don't want to buy this Formula car whatsoever. And unfortunately, we got this in the garage. So we just got a Fiat Multipla, the Lada 2107. I mean, it was 2108 or 2107, and it's one Mini Cooper. What is the Sport one, and the Jeep Wrangler, the Alfa Romeo Giulia, and Ford Crown Victoria. So I got 2 police cars by itself. I got the RX-7 and Nissan S15, the Lotus Exige, the Cadillac CTS-V, the Acura NSX, the Dodge Challenger, I mean, it was the Dodge Charger by itself, Aston Martin Vintage, the Huracan, and the McLaren 570S or something like this. So let me know down in the comments. And it was the McLaren 720, I mean, it was 550S or 570S as well. I absolutely across the sewer, and let's go to this car and get to the free car as fast as possible. That I'm not going to be reaching for 65 miles an hour, just like I'm going to getting this badge. And I'm probably sure that I'm going to get this car right now, and I'm not going to be speeding right here. So 0 to 60 should mean nothing, and it's gonna be nothing but 1.2 seconds or just 3 seconds in the time. So we're probably going to the gas station, and it's about to go for a road trip time, and make sure it was absolutely daytime as well. And we're going to get this car right now, and I'm not going to be reaching for 65, but almost there. Until as well, I'm going to be reaching almost to the gas station. And it was nothing to be seen right here that I'm going to be buying the Porsche 911 Turbo S, which is I'm going to get here right here, and we're officially inside this gas station. So remember this video that I'm going to do a Goliath race for this one, and we're absolutely finally here. And why is there a police car just passed by? There's one free car by the way, and let's collect this one. We got the Porsche Turbo S, which is I buy this one, and I'm going to actually see this in the garage. And we just got ourselves a Porsche 911 Turbo by itself. And looks like these cars are more louder than you ever think. I got 501.74 miles that I actually driven, which is I got $1.1 million. And let's get right out of here to itself. It sounds like a Porsche might one. And let's see, we're going for a 0 to 60. But how many miles that I'm going to be driven? So maybe is the top speed is 173, which I cannot able to get 100. And I mean, it was just 200 miles an hour. So 181 miles an hour and 183 miles per hour should be like this. So maybe I might able to reset my character. And let's go to 0 to 60, which is I'm going for over 150 miles an hour with this McLaren or Lamborghini Huracan. And I can hear race cars loud itself for each one, and it must going to be a sundown for just one thing, that if I'm going to be turning off the chat, maybe I shouldn't be, not whatsoever, because I'm going back into the garage by itself. You can still see the sun right over here, so enough time for do this. So let's turn on the lights on. So let's see if we do 0 to 60 miles per hour with this car. Maybe I'm sure that I'm going to be doing this, by the way. And here is the perfect spot of 0 to 60 miles an hour for this place. It looks like I'm going to be traveling too fast by this one. It looks like we're going to be starting right over here to the start. And I make sure I need to drive for the right side of the road, because I actually follow the rules. And I'm not using the nitrox by itself. I actually turn on the headlights. So let's see, we're going for 0 to 60 by this time. And I absolutely going to closer to the microphone as well, so I'm actually dead. And look at the city lights, it's on, so I'm not absolutely I'm going to be talking about this. So here we go for 0 to 60. Here it comes. So let me know in the comments when 0 to 60 is going to do this, by the way. So let's test it out. So here you go. On the mark, get set, let's go. So the Lamborghini Huracan is accelerating by itself, and it's gonna be a 100 miles an hour by itself, or hit to 65 miles an hour, over 150 miles an hour, and we just totally going for 181 miles an hour. So that is a very good acceleration as well. So I probably did that I'm going to hit 505 miles that I actually driven. It's pretty sane. This is quite for a good acceleration with this car. So if I'm going to be hitting for 200 miles per hour, let me know down in the comments below if I'm required to buy a 200 mile per hour car. Now I'm not going to be buying the V10 Plus just like the Audi R8, just like I'm moving for the microphone away. So if I'm going to be buying a Huracan Performante, which is going to be 190 miles per hour, just like a NASCAR Unleashed for this one. And because of NASCAR Unleashed hits to 190, and now it was absolutely going 186 or 187 miles per hour, which is I'm going to be buying this one for a 200 mile per hour car, which is I'm going to be buying a Tesla Roadster, which is I'm absolutely buying for this one for right now. For after, I'm not going to be buying the Lexus LFA or the Porsche Carrera GT, which is the most dangerous and the deadliest car that I ever seen for this one. We're going to move on for the 200 mile per hour. If I'm about to reach to 300 miles per hour, maybe my request is going to buy this for this Hennessy Venom F5, more not faster than the SSC Tuatara by itself, and I'm not going to be talking about this high-speed cars, so let me know down in the comments where money should I not able to buy. So I'm required for $100 million that I'm going to buy some hypercars and other stuff, and I'm not going to be selling some vehicles to do so. The next car will be McLaren. Even it's more louder than I ever to try this. This is how we're going to be doing a 0 to 60 miles an hour with this one. The acceleration could be great as well, so I'm not going to do a nitrous by the way. So we're starting to do street race, but I'm required to do a street racing vehicles to do so. Then we're going to be starting in the morning just after the children of the night. So I just completely turning off the lights itself. So we're gonna do 0 to 60 with this McLaren. So I'm going to do 183 miles per hour, slower than an average NASCAR from yesterday's week and a few just months ago. So by the way, I'm not going to be talking about this. So here we go, on your mark, get set, let's go. And the McLaren is accelerating off for 0 to 60 for just 0 for 3 seconds for a time, and we're just absolutely hit for 150 miles per hour just like that, and the top speed is 183, just like I'm gonna be saying this for this time for the last time's video for it itself. So we're starting for 510 miles for I just driven by itself. So I'm not able to buy a new house that I'm going to be required for part 7 or just part 6 by itself. So I'm going to be just let me know down here. Up next is the Acura NSX that I'm going to be driving with this. So here we go. So on your mark, get set, let's go for this Acura NSX from Gran Turismo Sport. It was not based right here, so the acceleration is quite a bit not too slow as well. So a little bit for just one, it was a little bit very slow until we're going to be heating for 150 miles an hour for just one. It was just 9 years only until hitting for 158 miles per hour in a total for the final drive. So we're absolutely moving to the next one because I'm absolutely hitting for a brakes. So we're gonna be moving to a next kind of vehicle as well. So maybe this time will be next one as well for the supercar, and the next one will be a free supercar as well. Just kidding, I just put the Porsche 911 Turbo right here for just parking with this one. So make sure I'm not going to be back in the pits, I mean inside the dealership. So maybe that's it for all against this one, against Aston Martin. So that's it for today's video. So if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like, make sure you subscribe for this one as well. And I hopefully I'm going to be reaching a lot of money that I absolutely going to hit $1.3 million as well. So unfortunately, I'm not able to move on to the next dealership. So this is gonna be nothing whatsoever that I'm able to finish this one. So before first races come, make sure I'm absolutely going for a part 6. And I'm going for first races as well. That's it for 0 to 60 mile per hour video. So I hope you will leave a like. So this is Turbo Concepts signing off, and thank you for watching and all your support. And I'll talk to you guys all later that I'm going to be see you in the next hour.